On them silently.
Yeah, come on. Love them claps there, yeah, man. Sure.
Make it clap, 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 clap,
Make
clap,
it
clap.
clap, yeah. Well, come on, we're there in the building right now.
You two, where's your background? Jamaican?
What?
Her background.
No.
Hey, we're recording now.
Yeah, Nigeria. I think Nigerian.
Nigerians?
Yeah, I think.
I got some Nigerian patients to see tomorrow. This one girl.
Oh yeah.
She has some weird.
If I bring the, you get me. If I bring the mic close, I thought. That's why you don't handle next to my mic, fam.
I know. And why for that still?
Why for that?
Why for that?
But obviously, them man there's in the building. Hashtag DMDPodcast. Myself, Smokes, and right now, was it the other two ain't here? I don't know what's going on, but yeah, we got Alize in the building. D on my Jenna, you know, he's a fourth member of DMD anyway. So
come on,
you get me. He's come to help out.
Ali don't piss me off, Zay. Yeah, Inside Smokes, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Obviously, well, you know, you're here regular.
Come on, I know.
We don't even need
part of the furniture, innit?
You get me? But we got a special guest in the building today, Dr. Aubrey. How you doing? You coming all the way from, where you come from?
Yeah,
you said
well, I live in
so
Miami.
Far. Yeah, like.
But I commute to Jamaica every other week for seeing special patients, cancer patients, stuff like that.
Okay, you know what? Let's get into it just straight away. What is your background?
Oh, we're recording already?
Yeah, we're recording. We're recording. We're in.
I thought we're testing things.
No, man, we're in.
Everything tests out already, isn't it? You get me? But yeah, let the people know your background, what you do.
Well, I'm Dr. Aubrey Oliver. I'm a functional medicine doctor. Functional medicine, it started back in the days before Rockefeller decided to, make medical doctors their little prima donnas and, biggest salespeople in pharmaceutical. So what functional medicine doctors did back then we were about using your body's own mechanism, technology, your cells, your biomes in your stomach, your basic nutrient, protein, neurons in your brain to heal itself.
Yeah.
The body is the only thing that can heal itself. All this stuff that we give people, medication, nutraceuticals, all these things, if they're not the right thing, they will not help the body to do its job. They're just tools.
Yeah.
So people, these doctors are talking about, we can do this for you and do that. They can't do nothing for you if your body don't want to take it and do what it's supposed to do.
You see, because I've heard before that your body, if your body doesn't accept something, it will naturally let it go. It will out your system.
Yeah.
But is that all the way true though? Because sometimes if it doesn't
if it doesn't reject it, it becomes a toxin.
Yeah.
And so it becomes like it activates free radical cells.
Okay,
free radical cells are cancer cells. Cancer is not really a disease. Cancer is a deficiency of certain vitamins, certain minerals, certain things that your body's supposed to have naturally. So if your body don't have it naturally, then it becomes cancerous.
Because we have cancer cells in our body
living
already,
in our body, right? They're just waiting to take over. It's like the hyenas and the lions in the jungle. The hyenas are like waiting in the corner while the lions are roar. But you see, as soon as they catch a lion, they eat that.
And that's what's happening in our body.
That's what happened in our body, yeah.
I've had a scientist from cancer research come down before,
right,
and speak about cancer and stuff like that, and that's how I understood that we had it in our bodies already.
Definitely,
I tried to chat to him about, the cannabis stuff and
All right.
What's he saying?
So before we get to
they can't promote that.
We're gonna go to that. So let me finish. So I study at Ashford University. So it's funny because when I come to UK and I say Ashford, they think I'm saying Oxford, but Ashford is in California. It's a what they call an alternative and complementary medicine program that they have there. And then, basically I did my master's in social science at Fordham University in the Bronx, New York. And then went out to San Diego and do my doctorate in alternative medicine. I had a choice. My brothers, they went to regular medical school, Columbia University in New York. My other brother went to a school in Miami. But I see I was looking at way ahead of the future. I was saying people are going to finally figure out that you guys are tricking them with this poison called pharmaceutical therapy, because that's the worst thing that they could have come up with. And that just came up about 100 years ago.
Okay.
Where Rockefeller decided he wants to make more money on his oil money, and then he has all these byproducts from the petroleum that he could have used.
Just to make it clear on the Rockefellers, because obviously we have got a very black audience, they might think.
No, we're not talking about the rock in the
building.
building.
We're not taking the rock up. We're not talking those
original.
We're talking about these guys that was like oil magnates. They basically buy out a lot of the Saudi Arabians and make deals with people in the Middle East and the United States, and they came up with the oil to fuel automobile. So when they made so much money, they just got into what you call health. But what they did was to set up a system that's including our health care and our medical insurance and all these things, so that health has become so expensive that you have to have your own insurance for it. That's what healthcare insurance is. That's what they call Medicare and all these things that you pay into.
Yeah.
So that was Rockefeller who sent his henchmen around to different medical schools, tell them if they don't push pharmaceutical, which is basically poison, then similar going on today. They're just pushing the poison. So what we see from as a functional medicine doctor, we call that sick care. So their job is to just take care of the symptoms. So you go to a doctor, a medical doctor, and he tells you, oh, you have this and you have that and you have that. These are the symptoms. You have aches here, aches there, arthritis pain here, arthritis pain there. So let's just give you steroids or give you these drugs like Tylenol and aspirin and Advil and all these other things, but give them in a higher dose, where they call them almost like they're so strong in certain cases, like what you call opioids, which comes from
basically heroin.
Opium, right?
So that's what a lot of people are getting hooked on in America.
Yeah, and that's what's going on in America. A lot of people dying from these opioids because they get addicted. So we call that sick care. As functional medicine.
Would you say that, just before you go on, does that compress the pain instead of...
Right, what it does, it numbs the nerve
Yeah.
that is dealing with the actual disease that's causing the pain.
Okay, yeah.
But it doesn't address
it doesn't address the main issue.
the disease.
So once you stop taking that, the problem is due to come back.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So we basically just do things like we address where the disease is coming from. So we look at cell regeneration is my first go-to, because wherever the pain is coming from, that means there's cells dying.
Yeah.
You have defense cells, which are your white blood cells, combined with stem cells. These are the cells that keep your body healthy, so you have to keep them healthy. And by doing that, we have technology that can regenerate. We use a Russian technology which has ultrasound, magneto, basic light emitting diodes, which you normally get these things from the sun, but because of the pollution and all the other things that's going on outside, the chemtrails, it's hard to sit outside in the sun for a long time and not get sick, especially as an African, Yeah. But the Africans always use the sun, Ra, as their healer. You'll see back in the days where a person is getting old and sick, and they just start wheel the person out in the sun, leave them for a couple hours in the morning, and then go back and get them. And in about 2 weeks, that person will wheel himself back in.
Serious?
Yeah.
But you notice when you go yard, and as soon as you come off the plane and you feel the real sun,
yeah, you feel
it's like you feel like your body just
yeah, your body feel healed.
Yeah. No, naturally.
I grew up in New York City, and anytime I get in that BMW and drive with a bunch of all different kind of people going to wintertime down to Miami. Once you hit Miami, once you hit Florida, you see that sun. It's like your body come alive.
But naturally,
we need
in the
sun.
summer, we come alive anyway. Like, even our sun ain't the greatest sun,
not.
but when we do get the sun,
when you get the sun, you're
everybody
alive.
is, you're active.
So the sun is life, because our body is energy.
Yes.
Don't let them tell you. That's why pharmaceutical cannot work to heal you. It only can maintain certain chemical dysfunction that's going on in the body. As a functional medicine doctor, we're looking to use energy to get back the function.
Okay.
Natural function. What you had at 30, what you had at 25, we can get that back at 65.
Yeah.
So that you can live another 60 years. Because the goal as functional medicine doctor is to make you live long and healthy quality life. We one of the first thing I studied when I was in functional medicine school was the body's designed to live to 120 and beyond.
Oh, is it?
How do you do that? We read a book called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And what we do, the research was, this guy went in and he studied all dead doctors who died before 70 years old.
Okay, yeah.
And then he see what their conditions were. And most of them, 99.9% of them, died from a lack of something or too much of something.
So no balance, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So, holistic medicine, which is part of functional medicine, is to balance mind, body, and soul, number one.
360.
But how do you balance the
that
body?
Was my next question. How do you do
the body needs minerals.
Okay.
It needs elements like magnet, copper.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever remember when you were a child and you used to pull your toys apart and you see those little copper wire on the thing that makes it spin?
Mm-hmm.
And inside of it, so copper was always around the motor. Every motor is built on copper, no matter how big the motor is. Copper has something to do with that. Copper is a natural thing that comes in the ground. A lot of it is in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, we never need them. They need us because we have all the resources.
All of them.
So even these technology that they have today, computers, all these things, all of the minerals come from Africa. Exactly. That's why they fight so much for us, and they do so much lies and so much manipulation to get our stuff, and then corrupt our own people to go against us.
Facts.
So all of that stuff is in your body. Needs it just as your body's a machine, just like those other things. So you basically need your cells are electron, proton, and neutron.
Mm-hmm.
The cells in your brains are neurons. Neurons transmit through neuro messaging. So if you can't keep those just flowing, just like you do your car, you do that tune-up.
It's start to break down.
Right, it start breaking down.
Your body
exactly. So that's where heart attack come from, strokes, when these things start breaking down, and brain attack. Brain attack, people don't realize that's what stroke is, and that's what Alzheimer's is, and that's what dementia and all these things. Your brain breaking down and needs to be healed. So as a functional medicine doctor, what I specialize in is making sure we get the right natural nutraceuticals. Instead of pharmaceutical, we go for nutraceuticals. And nutraceuticals are like, as I said, minerals, natural antioxidants. Because what happened also, oxygen actually contaminates your body. Just like if you cut an apple and leave it right there, within no time start getting black. It's what happened. That's oxygen causing that. So imagine all this oxygen that we breathe in. They cause damage inside the body also. So you have to be able to clear those up. So the medical doctors don't know anything about this stuff. All they know is that if you're feeling a pain here, write a steroid prescription.
Drug dealers,
and
right?
It's like, why you go to school to learn all of this just to prescribe poison to someone? And that's why we call it sick. They do sick care. We do health care. We want you to be healthy.
Sick care,
Yes.
I like that's what
like that one there. Sick care versus health care.
That's the name.
And that's why the battle goes on, because right now they're trying to make us sicker and sicker with all these different things that they're coming up with.
So we're just patients, really.
Just going back on what you're saying about the oxygen, though. Like, if oxygen, is there good oxygen and bad oxygen? Because obviously we need oxygen to live in it. We need water. Our body is 70% water, right? 70% water, yeah.
So we're looking at, we need to eat food that is also 70% water.
Okay, so water diet more.
Our diet needs to be more of, vegetables, fruits, stuff like that full of water. But if you look at water, it's H2O.
Yeah.
2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen.
Yeah.
So the good part of the whole formula is the hydrogen. Yeah. That's what we've been neglecting for years. Hydrogen is supposed to be 2 parts in our body of water. Oxygen, 1 part. So by getting oxygen and keep getting oxidative damages, we're going to get sick, we're going to age, we're going to get old. But if you start finding a way to get more hydrogen in your body, hydrogen is a good one. Hydrogen is why they have now hydrogen for fuel. Hydrogen can burn. Hydrogen is the high quality energy.
Okay.
So if your body is getting more hydrogen, and the new technology, some of the technology I'm working with right now is getting more hydrogen in the body. Some ways to do that with water is passing it through things like shungite stone. You could put this in your water, and it makes it more hydrogenated.
Serious?
Yes. You can use tourmaline.
Okay.
The other stone. So crystal, these things been around from the beginning of time. These are carbon. That's what we made as black men, Africans.
I do know about some. I don't know the crystal name, but my friend did tell me about energy. A lot of Wi-Fi in the house. So like
that's this one. The shungite. The shungite absorb all the bad negative thing, but it also will make your water more energetic.
Okay.
Right. So these things they will never tell you. That's where cannabis comes in.
Okay, let's get into that.
They will never tell us that your body has a cannabinoid system. Yeah. It's been there from the beginning of time with these crystals and stuff. They work together.
King Solomon's grave at that point. Tell him.
So it was even before that. Can you imagine? King Solomon was like, God, I want wisdom, and what God gave him?
Cannabis.
A lot of cannabis.
So obviously with the cannabis, they made it an illegal
All right.
drug.
The reason why they make that illegal, and let's look at again the Rockefellers.
Yeah,
they're involved in enough things, right?
Want to push their pharmaceutical products.
Yeah,
you had DuPont wanted to push their new materials. They called nylon. Look at those, the bunch of nylons over there. You know what those used to be back in the days?
Hemp,
canvas. Most of our jackets, coats used to be made out of canvas. What's the root word of canvas? Cannabis.
Yeah,
You think these people are idiots? They will tell you. They don't teach you these things. But we know, as intelligent people, you can use the word and see. Like one of the things that they do with B12 to kill you off. B12 is very important for your cells. But the root of B12 is something called cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobalamin. Cyanide.
I don't know.
Cyanide. It's a poison, isn't it?
One of the biggest poisons. But they're making B12 from it and giving you to take. Pharmaceutical company, what is that doing? That's just poisoning your body more. So go back to cannabis. So cannabis, a lot of them, they're not. Let me tell you, these people are not as brilliant as we think they are. They can't hide what they're really giving you. So cannabis was the material that they were using during the war for tents.
Okay.
For their bags, the thing that makes the thing over the Jeeps that they used to drive through. And these guys in America, one guy named DuPont. Have you heard of DuPont?
Yeah.
DuPont Chemical. Yeah, it's the biggest company. They came up with, along with the petroleum company, the byproduct of petroleum is plastic. So they basically say, look, we can use this plastic to make something durable, but it will never be as durable as cannabis.
Yeah. No chance.
Because they put a little fire to that. It's oil. It's start burning like immediately.
Instantly, yeah.
You can't do that with cannabis. Cannabis take a while before it burns, and but all
That's
of that stuff
goes
is oil
up.
based. Exactly. So DuPont, Rockefeller, with their pharmaceutical using byproduct again from petroleum to make medicine that you put in your body. Think about it.
Yeah, petroleum.
Oil.
Yeah.
Fossil fuel is the root of some of these, and then mercury. So when they decide to go with this stuff, they say, wait, but there's cannabis. Cannabis is the master plan from the Almighty.
And can be grown by anyone.
And anybody
anywhere.
can grow it. As a matter of fact, the United States was formed on cannabis. When they were in 1700s, 1600, every farmer had to plant cannabis because of the material, because of the food, because of the medicine, all that stuff.
So again, that's black people and the slavery thing, yeah?
The slaves used to plant those things, right?
Of course.
And all they talk about is cotton.
Yeah, cotton.
But
they don't talk to you about the weed.
Cotton, though,
right, but these greedy families, even one right here in the United Kingdom, the Rothschild, all of them decide they want to corner anything that's like important, needed in society, which has to do with health, has to do with materials, since we need those things for building house, building that stuff. And that's when they
create monopoly,
lobby,
right?
Right. When they lobby the U.S. government to ban cannabis. That's the only reason. It was all about money. It had nothing to do with health. They were trying to show videos in the 1920s and stuff, scaring people about just like what they're doing today, scaring you to take a certain thing.
Yes.
They did that they've been doing that for decades.
From the jump.
Exactly.
From the jump.
When they wanted to get rid of
their MO.
cannabis, they start showing you videos of people jumping off wall after they smoke weed. They call it reefer madness. Remember that?
But they will have
reefer
to,
madness.
Yeah, but they will have to show you that because naturally.
That's never happened to anyone.
I've never seen.
Never happened to anyone. Never happened to anyone.
Die from cannabis.
Nobody died from
directly.
cannabis. They die from nicotine. They die from alcohol.
Cocaine,
the stuff that they make
obviously,
legal was killing people.
Yes.
Cannabis don't kill anyone. As a matter of fact, your body has a cannabinoid system.
Let me ask you this now. So obviously, looking at the world is legalizing cannabis now, all over obviously the States, Jamaica, all of these places. Is it a money move or have they changed the form of the cannabis that they're delivering to us?
No. You see, the chemical companies.
That's a good question.
The chemical companies are dying out.
Okay.
The rich, the strong men like the Rockefellers and the DuPonts and those people that used to control the system of finances, they're dying out. Their kids want to smoke weed.
Their kids want to. That's what. Yeah, that as well. The new generation.
Yeah, they don't care about what their father was trying to control and become brutes about. No, right now, but
it's still money.
The government also figured a way. They had to spend the last 20 years figuring a way how to control it for the taxes.
100%.
Because anybody can grow cannabis. Anybody, the Almighty makes it that easy. And that's how the Creator works. The things that are necessary and needed in your body and your system are easy to make.
Yeah.
They're right there. You go to Jamaica, you walk every little area, everywhere you go, you see a moringa tree. Moringa is one of the most powerful antioxidant on earth. But you'd see a tree everywhere. Right now, they're selling it all over the world, organic.
And Jamaica ain't getting no play in it.
Well, a lot of it is sent from Jamaica, but these guys will send it cheap and send it to these, just like chocolate and other. Chocolate is one of those really good, super antioxidants, The one
dark chocolate.
I'm talking dark, black chocolate.
The proper chocolate. Yeah.
Not the milk chocolate that they water
cocoa
down.
thing, the real thing.
When is it 98% cocoa? Yeah,
right. Not the one they white down.
When you eat
the whitewash.
Not the whitewash one. Milk.
I mean, you ever try to eat white chocolates?
No.
That's
horrible.
That's the most terrible thing. It has no flavor.
No.
It's like white girls. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Don't worry.
they're gonna cancel him on Twitter.
Listen to someone. You have to be honest with it, though.
I spoke.
No, you have to be real. Alice, you know what this is right here.
Flavor.
Yo, he said no flavor.
Yo, dude,
Man says salt and
back in the
pepper
days, I used to date this girl.
No melanin in that.
Back in the days, I used to date this blonde, looking like a Tommy Hilfiger model, from Czech Republic. Blonde, every time I take her out, in Florida, I used to live in Miami, Orlando. These white boys would hate me. They want to kill me. But it's a pity they don't know this girl has no flavor.
Not a flavor. We say, come for this, brother. Yeah, but
you can take her, man.
Yeah, come for that one there.
But but that's what, when things are whitewashed, milk chocolate.
Yes.
Garbage. Even ice cream, innit?
Pure sugar, yeah.
Because vanilla is black.
Oh, the original one.
Yeah.
And then, exactly. So they water everything down, and then you think that, okay, so basically cannabis is what your body have a cannabinoid system. You have what? A neurological system. The neurological system in your body is the law of your system. It dictates everything. Where these nutrients go, where this blood cells go, where the blood-brain barrier, where do you separate, where the insulin takes the nutrient from the blood to the cells. That's why insulin resistance is such a big problem right now.
With our people, so we've got so much
insulin
diabetes.
resistance because insulin resistance is the biggest problem, and nobody's talking about it because you get diabetes from insulin resistance.
And our
that's
community
type
is
1
suffering from
and type
it,
2. You get different types of cancer, including colon cancer. All these neurological diseases like what we call Crohn's and they're just on the rise right now because your insulin is not getting the nutrients from the blood to the cells, so things are dying in your body. Cancers, heart disease, a lot of things comes out of insulin resistance. And what causes that? Over the last 100 years ago, our foreparents and stuff used to eat about 5, 6, 7 maybe pounds of sugar a year. today, because of processed food, because of fast food, all this stuff,
everything's got
we're
sugar
eating over 100 pounds of sugar each year.
Yeah, everything's got sugar in it.
Everything has to have sugar because even the one they call low fat. Low fat is garbage.
Yeah,
even worse than the
You need your real fat. If you eat margarine, stop eating margarine right now and go get butter.
Yeah, looking at the camera and telling them again.
That you get from grass-fed cows, like kosher and some other ones from Irish butter and all the stuff. They're from grass-fed cows. That's the only thing you should put in your body. You should never put margarine, processed vegetable oils that come from soy, canola oil, all that garbage. Everything must be 100% what you call cold press, or just brought straight from the grass-fed cow. So you're talking about coconut oil, cold pressed. You need that in your body. You need a lot of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. That keeps your heart going, keeps everything flowing, keeps cholesterol at its balance. It was a lie because these people, whoever the powers be, the chemical companies and so forth, they wanted to make a lot of money. That's why they came up with this whole thing about fat-free. What is fat-free? That's foolishness. Fat-free simply means take out the good stuff and put in their garbage, which is sugar and salt.
Yeah.
All fast food is sugar and salt. That's why we're addicted to it. Sugar is the most addictive stuff. More addictive than cocaine.
Come on.
100%.
More addictive than heroin.
Yeah, so we all always love
Opioid.
sweet and them thing there.
Exactly.
Sure.
It's the most addictive drug in the world, and they make that for us every day.
Over here, though, they make the fast food and everything cheaper than
the good food
that we need.
Exactly, because they want to kill you, and it actually takes more to make the bad food. Yeah. It takes more chemistry and stuff. But once they pay those scientists, they just put it out.
Quick through, yeah.
Yeah. So we do have a cannabinoid system. So you have your neurological system, which control all of your cells and everything. That's the law of your body. Then you have the physics. The physics system is your electrical system, which I talked about before.
Yeah.
Neutron, proton, electron. Your body's energy. So you need energy to heal the cells, to make the cells live longer. And those that are dying, atrophy, and you can rebirth. So there's different things that I use. You can go to my website, DrAubreyOliver.com. D-R-A as in apple, U as in under, B as in boy, R as in rat, E as in ever, Y as in yes, Oliver, OLIVER.com. So DrAubreyOliver.com. You'll see more about what I do. But all those things, your energy system, I do an energy therapy that reverse cancer. Chemotherapy, what it does is a chemical that kills
It's a real talk now. Talking now.
No, it kills everything. It kills
a Dr. Seppi thing.
Yeah. It kills good cell, bad cell. And my therapy, all I do is boost your
immune system.
Defense system, which is the main part of your immune system. Yeah. So I do an immune therapy with the energy. So the energy boosts your immune system and it fights off the cancer cells, the free radical cells. The reason why the free radical cells take over your body is because the good cells, the defense cells, get weak and dying. That's your cells that keeps your body. Mm-hmm. It's your army. And the first thing, I know you said I shouldn't speak about certain things, but the first thing...
Anything. Don't listen to him, man. You're on DMD, brother. Reveal it all, brother. Trust me.
The first thing...
Yo, me tell him so we don't want nobody kill you, you know. Or cancel you, you know, because...
I don't even care.
I'm not going to say anything. But the first thing...
We risk of getting cancelled.
Certain... All right, I'm going to say it in a nice way. The first thing the too sweetie kills... The too sweetie, we talking about sugar, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing the too sweetie that you take kills is the mitochondria of your cells, which is the energy source of your cell. So remember that. If you want to find more information, so we don't talk about it here, so they come after Adisa.
And essential, please. We don't want no problems with them. Yeah.
Go to my website. We'll talk more about it. Set up something, maybe on my WhatsApp, 1+1.
Don't get that. Don't get that.
Okay, so anyway, all right, so we're not going to
give them all the deals.
Yeah, so all right, just go to the website. So when your endocrine, so you have a neurological system, you have a digestive system, which is very important. It's the most important system in your body. Guess why? You have 5 trillion cells in your body. 5 trillion cells in your body.
That's only cells, man.
And then in your gut, in your whole digestive system, from when the food enter your mouth, go all the way down to your anus, which is about 30 foot of pipes it has to go through. In that whole system, there's 40 trillion cells, which they go from microbes to biotics to what you call it, neuro cells. But your gut health is the most important health in your system in your body, because of the microbiomes. The gut health.
Did they say that the gut is like your second heart because
it's your second brain?
Second brain, sorry.
Because it tells your brain what to feed it.
What to feed it, yeah.
So if you find yourself eating a lot of junk food, that means you have a lot of bad bacteria demanding from your brain junk food. Mm-hmm. If you see yourself gravitating towards vegetables and healthy stuff, that means you have a lot of good microbiomes that are asking for good microbiomes. So basically, like how we work for our children to make sure our children stays healthy and stuff, when we feed our stomach, we're feeding those microbiomes or we're feeding the bad bacteria.
And they pity them that.
But when the picking them go to school, they would say their tummy's hurting because
exactly.
You get
it depends on what they're eating.
Yeah.
So that's the most important system. And then you have which system that really control the health of your system is the cannabinoid system. There's a cannabinoid system in your body. The Almighty Creator put it in. That's why He made cannabis from day one, from the beginning of time. Cannabis been there with Adam and Eve. If you think Adam and Eve is African or whatever, which they were, I mean, I think Eden was Africa, center of Africa, all the way to the West Africa. And then when the water thing happened, the flood, certain parts break off, and I think Jamaica was that piece that break off. And it just shift away in the water, but we're still part of Africa. If you look at the way Africa's set up, and where Jamaica
you can see where all the
Jamaica is in the middle of nowhere. But if you push it back towards Africa, it fits right into that little piece.
The slots right there.
Exactly. But you know where they tricked us? It's about a 2-3 hour flight from Jamaica to Ghana. But it's close, brother.
Close.
But they won't let no direct flight go from the Caribbean
greed,
to Africa.
because they want to control us. That's part of colonization. But this summer, I was working with the Nigerian. We're going to talk about my ambassadorship. I'm working right now with another group coming out of Zimbabwe that's going to start getting direct flights from West Africa. Congos, actually. We're going to go from the Congos into Jamaica. Once you hit Congos, then you branch off to different parts of Africa. So that's in the work right now. So we're changing all of that. And that's why Africa right now is one of the fastest growing continent of billionaires and millionaires, because we're being innovative. The people that were captured by the colonizers, the enslavers, are returning home with ideas to advance Africa. It's a year. These are the years of the return. That's why they're coming at us so hard with these sweeties.
But I've been saying that because when you look at everything that's going on with like even the Afro nations, the festivals and things,
right,
everything like when all the artists now going up, when
it's so sad. We're asking back for repatriation.
Yeah, we're asking for that.
Reparations. We're asking for restitution, which is getting all our arts back. My job as I'm an ambassador in large for the state of the African diaspora is to. One of the things I need to do is go to Helbrun down there, where the British Museum, where they steal a lot, thousands of our artifacts is in that museum.
But I was reading the other day,
we need to get them back to Africa because our ancestors are crying. They're saying, look, get our stuff back, get our culture back, bring it back. Why are these people taking our culture and then telling us we never had a culture?
Aubrey, look the largest uncut diamond in the world is in the Queen's crown. From South Africa.
Right.
It's worth something like 500 million or something stupid. I was reading it the other day from the De Beers collection.
Yeah.
But obviously the only way that we can really take back our things is if we really set up an army, you get me? But all of this protest and walking down
that's
the road.
Long. No one cares.
I've been saying,
no one cares.
Walking down the road and protesting.
It's going to take a revolution.
Yeah.
It's going to take a revolution.
A bloody one.
And that's why Bob Marley said, many more will have to suffer.
Many more will have to die.
Yeah. And right now they're bringing the war to us. They're bringing the war to us. The war is now.
It's chemical right now.
It's direct.
It's chemical though.
What you call biological warfare.
Come on.
And they're trying to say, we need, I've been studying this stuff since 1999. I've been reading up on this stuff. I used to say it on my radio show in New York, and people used to call me and threaten me and stuff like that. That these people are going to get to this point where they're going to see all of us. I mean, even the last 10 years, I'm reading that by 2050, Caucasian will be minority.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been hearing
that's
about
the
that.
fear.
Yeah.
But they're minority already.
They've been
minority. But they always
trick
us in America to say, you know, we are a minority and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But or in Brazil and stuff, those countries that they control a lot of the European, the Caucasian. So they're bringing it to us hard. The biological weapon is what they're bringing to us. This is World War III. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we need to wisen up. We need to wake up and say, look, we're going to fight back. You know, and the way we fight back is to economically start advancing ourselves, company-wise. Cannabis is one of the ways to advance ourselves, and that's where Nascential comes in.
Come on.
Yeah, let's talk
and you guys could get on board with Nascential because we are planning to take this thing franchise bigger than Starbucks, bigger than Subway, bigger than McDonald's worldwide. Mm-hmm. And look at it, it's all nutrition based. It's all about aiding the body, endocrine system. So all these years when they were banning, you know, cannabis, ganja, roots, marijuana, whatever you want to call it, whatever country you come from, when they were banning it, your body was still finding ways to get it in. Because there's certain plants, certain things that have, even if they have a small amount of cannabis in it, when you eat it, it will the body will, this cannabinoid system was separated and used a little bit of it for medicine, but it wasn't getting a lot, so it was kind of starving. Black pepper has a little bit of cannabis in it.
Is it?
Black pepper has a little bit of cannabis in it. There's different plants that has some sort of cannabis in it, and that's where the brain would produce it. Think about it. If the brain couldn't find it, you didn't get a joint or you didn't get some herb tea or something like that, the brain would find it somehow. Your own brain would produce it because it's needed for healing. It's needed for the body to heal. So they knew this, and that's why they banned it for pharmaceutical purpose so that they can sell more pharmaceutical products, which cause more death in the last 100 years.
And it's make you an addict, right?
The other thing is the manufacturing companies, the material companies knew that. It wasn't the manufacturing companies. It's the chemical companies knew that if they replace these material, all these... These were all canvases. These were all made from canvas back in the days, and leather. The real material was leather and canvas, so you combine them. Look at the stuff they're giving you. If you put fire to those things, are petroleum-based chemicals. So, Nascential, and I think, you know, right now we need to get people on board with Nascential because Nascential is looking at using cannabis for medicine, number one. But you guys come on board with us, we can take it to the next level. We could do material. We could put DuPont and all those big companies out of business because we can go back to making hemp and cannabis crete, which is what concrete used to be back in the days. We can make hempcrete. We can make cannabis crete. We can make material for shoes. I have a shoes right now in that I brought here. I just wish I brought it today. It's beautiful, nice and designed. It's made from cannabis material. It's cannabis. So
ganja shoes.
Those are the stuff that we need to look into as a company. And trust me, just like how you have that company going public, we could make our companies public by just investing in the next 3 years. We don't have 100%. To go. We don't have to go on the stock market now. I'm just saying, as many people want to invest into what we're doing, that makes us public. Naturally, we don't need a stock market.
No, because we already got the public support.
Exactly. We need an economical freedom. I love what they were doing in South Africa, Economic Freedom Party. They got a little twisted, with the sweeties and stuff, and telling people they need to go run out and get sweeties. But
you know he's talking the sweeties, though.
So
dirty sweet to them.
But the idea was there. We cannot be of any significance unless we're economically viable.
Oh, Aubrey, so tell them about what we're doing with Dr. Joe and the prescriptions in regards to...
Right. So at this stage, we...
NHS.
I'm one of the first physicians in Jamaica that was allowed, along with some other people that did a course through the Ministry of Health in Jamaica, to prescribe cannabis for health purposes. Prescribe it, Other naturopaths mysteriously died, about 4 since I've been in Jamaica, because they'll go on the air and tout out pharmaceutical and saying, you don't need it ever, I'm not going to do that. Because Dexter and I said we don't want them to come after us.
No,
because
we're not undead.
Believe it or not, they're the biggest mafia in the world.
100%.
If you can get government to do what you want to do, you're the
You are
biggest
the boss.
mafia in the world.
You had the boss.
I mean, you have all these government mandating things because you tell them to mandate it?
Come on, and them call
Come on.
Yeah.
That's the biggest mafia, so we don't want to really fight with them right now.
No.
Let's get rich. Let's get rich.
And then fight.
And then
and
fight.
form as a group, because that's what they've been doing all over the years, the last 200 years to our African people, is to keep us divided so they can conquer us. They've done that through French. You know, I don't know. I live in New York where we deal with the Francophones. Trust me. They think they're a different set of people. They think they're more special because they can speak French. Africans I'm talking about. Because you can speak French, you think that, oh, we're the elitists. Yo, they take all your minerals, all your gold, all your economics, and give you a language that goes do, and you think you're special all of a sudden. The same thing with the Cockney and all that stuff when they come to Jamaica and speak. You're not. It's about economics. It has nothing to do with words.
Is it down to us though, as I want to say, as black people though, because when you go back, sometimes they are more welcoming to white people than our own people.
Right,
they don't even,
right.
When we go back
Exactly.
home, they're not even looking at us like we're
But
their people. No.
But you know that Jamaica biggest economic tourist sector is actually Black American women.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they come.
I knew it was American.
They come in force and they spend a lot of money. But yes, we have a serious problem in the Caribbean. We still have colonized mind. We still have colon mind.
Neo-colonial.
Colon. Do you know what colon means? What the colon does?
What's the colon do?
That's part of your. That's
the colon. That's down here. The colon.
It's part of your digestive system.
The colon job is to turn everything into shit after it's actually, after you use it up and everything like that, and it goes on the colon, it makes it into shit so it can come out of your anus. And these people come and colonize us.
So they shit on us.
Colon. They turn everything that we have into shit. And we're there worshiping them and I hate to see all these. You're right. The Jamaicans, when these white folks come down there,
love
the colonizers, they love them.
All right, let me tell you a story.
When I come on English, you're English.
Right, watch this. 2018, yeah, I'm in Ochi, right? And I'm going up to one of them hotels on the strip. I'm not going to put their name out there.
Right.
But as I'm driving into the hotel, you get a little security checkpoint. On the left, they're searching some women coming out. So I'm saying to the security, who are they? He goes, they work here. So I'm saying to him, hold on a minute. You mean to tell me you got my good Jamaican people, them embarrassing them like this at the road, at the side of the hotel like there's some criminal, So hold on a minute. You couldn't take them in the little back room, even if you got to search them. You couldn't take, you have to go do it right here, so brother.
Right.
I goes, who's this for? You don't know that we're all the same. You're doing all this for them people in there.
Right.
You think they care about you?
Nah.
They're giving you a little $20 tip. Tell you if I got up them woman, that man tell you.
I tell you, once I was
horrible, man. I
was in a tough neighborhood in I brought one of my friends from New York, Jewish boy. Him thinks I'm black, so you can't tell him saying no black. I mean, him going around tough neighborhood in you probably know these areas around there, Thompson Pen and them place there. Tivoli, Rivoli, where the Riverbank and Riverbank and Rivoli, always at war. I mean, them just one little river separate them and them I shoot at each other. So we go on a party one night. Everybody's trapping. Everybody, machine guns, everything, right?
So this I'm like, bus blank.
I'm like, what the heck am I doing here? So I'm there because the guy who rent the guns to most of these people for the fashion thing about it is my friend.
You got people with them, yeah.
So I'm there with him and I'm like, simple little Indian guy, like mixed Indian guy,
Yeah.
When you see him have his regular job and stuff.
You wouldn't think so.
But at night time, I rent the gun them. I don't know what happened to him. Them get rid of him because, they will rob you and take your guns, and kill you. The gangs them. But a long time I didn't hear from him. But my little Jewish friend, then we got a party and him walk in and him just stand over one corner with whole bad man around him. And you see how them just take with themselves one by one. Nobody know really, it's like them afraid of him. They don't know if I'm a CIA, but one white man.
Yeah, and they're afraid.
They're afraid of him.
Afraid. You got your machine, but him one.
The Jewish man, them though, they're one set of crew that you.
But they don't know that he's Jewish.
A gangster, them,
They don't know he's Jewish. They don't know he's Jewish.
The biggest.
And them run a bunch of these companies.
But the thing is, this is, you know what? This is the same because obviously we done an episode last year with the Wiley thing. And we spoke on the Jewish.
Do you know about Wiley? What's happened with him over here?
He got cancelled by the Jewish people.
By the Jewish community.
Wiley?
did he
Yeah,
say?
he
He's an
started talking
artist
up.
from over
Oh,
here.
okay.
He
No.
started talking up again and spitting
Okay.
certain truths. Maybe some things he was out of line, but certain things he was saying was real
Well,
things, innit?
the only thing I got to say about that, you see the name Jewish?
Yeah.
Kinda, innit?
They wish they were Jew. So let's keep it at that.
Jew-ish, yeah.
But-
Jewish.
But this is the thing, you know what?
The
Man
real
cocked after that?
Jews were the 12 tribes from Africa. If
Israel.
you notice in Panther, the movie Black Panther, they tried to touch on it. The first scene was the 12 tribe sitting up there, the different tribe, before they meet for that fight who is going to take over the kingship. But we know who the real deal is. We know what the real